How's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom Train. It's me, it's JJD. JJ Double J, the Illuminator here. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames. But we won't get into that right now. I was thinking, do kids still have sleepovers nowadays? I know things change. I'm not one of those fuddy-duddies that realizes that the same things that happened when I was a kid are going to happen today. Like my parents, they had certain things because of life, you know, because of life. Everyone didn't always have a microwave. Like my family, we didn't get a microwave until 1986. It was the same year that we got a VCR for the first time. I realize things change and today's kids are different. I understand that. I understand music is different. I understand that. Not everyone is going to have the same life. I understand that. Even today, kids are going to grow up different. I understand that. Just like my generation, just like your generation, everything. But do kids still have sleepovers? I mean, I can remember, goodness, it must have been, I guess I was in seventh grade, and a good friend of mine, and this is just the way things happen. It just so happened that a good friend of mine from school, that in my elementary school that I went to, and I know different schools are different. My elementary school that I went to, we had the same teacher for every subject. We didn't move classrooms, like high school and a lot of junior high schools, as they call them, middle school now, as they do. And I know a lot of elementary schools do that now, but my elementary school, we had the same teacher for everything. So we had the same students in everything. And in junior high school, as we called it back then, was totally different because you had to go different periods, you go to different teachers, and it totally blew me away because I wasn't used to that. So I got used to the same students. My point is, a good friend of mine that I knew, who kind of, because the way the town was, there were different elementary schools, and him and his parents, they kind of moved around town a lot because they would rent different apartments and houses. So he wasn't always in my school. But for the better part of the first 5 or 6 years, I knew him and was a great kid. Uh, anyway, long story short, in seventh grade, his sister, younger sister, and his parents, they moved to one of the houses. The way our house was, our backyards touched the backyards of the people from the next street. So the way the blocks were, my block had 3 houses on this side, and there was like 4 houses on the other side. The way that it was, we were the middle house, but our backyard, I guess we had a little bit more yard than the other 2 houses. I don't know how that worked out, but it's like our backyard touched 3 other backyards, if that makes sense. Picture a rectangle, and we're down here, and in the backyard, one corner touched the corner of one, and then most of the backyard. It was kind of like that. You get the point. That corner, it was a little bit more than the corner, but that corner behind our garage, there was a house for rent, and his family moved in. Anyway, I know I'm kind of over explaining this, and I apologize. I'm just used to that because the people I deal with in life sometimes, I literally have to draw a picture. It just makes it easier than telling a story and then somebody not understanding and they're going to go back to the beginning. So I try to draw a good picture at the beginning. Um, so he and his parents moved into the house when I was in seventh grade. And because he now lived closer, we became even better friends because now we were able to see each other outside of school. We had a lot in common, but there were times where we would have sleepovers, usually at his house because they had a fixed up basement. Um, I don't know. I don't see kids doing that. Like now, I'm sure people watching, if you have kids or grandkids or whatever, I don't know if it happens outside the family anymore or what, but it was just great because late nights watching TV, making popcorn or whatever, getting up in the morning, if it was school vacation and his parents were working and getting up and making breakfast, even if it was just cereal or Pop Tarts or whatever, making breakfast and just being able to do stuff. It just I don't look back at stuff like that all that much because it was about a year and a half after that we ended up moving out of that house. So I didn't get to enjoy it for too much, but we lived there for just about 10 years in that house. But anyway, I just was thinking that, I don't think certain kids nowadays have the same experiences that my generation did or any other generation did. It just things that seem to be lost. But man, I look back now and those were some fun times. Ah, youth wasted on the young. Anyway, what are your thoughts? I'd appreciate it. You put your comments below. Let me know you watched this video. If you watch it, say hi. Put a comment. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I guess I'm off to the races. Take care. I love you all. Be safe. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Yeah, always get my porridge at Kmart. Always at Kmart, yeah, always at Kmart. Oh, fart. Oh boy, fart. I don't mind it.